G'day, I'm Clive and welcome. Not gone far today, just come down to one of the local parks. I've got a Lanshan 2 here and I've made a few changes to it which I like, and I've seen another guy's video, I'll put his channel up here, who showed me, or one of his videos showed what he's done, which I've copied. And I'll show you that as we go along. So first things first, let's get the Lanshan 2 up. I don't know if I've shown this before, this is what I've started doing now. I've got my ground sheet and my pigs all in the same bag, so I'll just take them out when I need them, and one less thing to worry about. Ground sheet, pigs are connected to the bag and help stop the bag blowing away. Just have somebody walking by with the dogs and I'm going to have to wash down the pack. One of us decided to cock his leg and scent on the pack. But let's get it down. The ground sheet, whilst I'm not over there, is I see a lot of people pull the corner at 45 degrees, and the actual instructions basically pull it straight at 90 degrees. Well, what I've started doing is from the 90 degree angle I go back the 22.5 degrees roughly, so then it's pulling in the direction they say pull it, but it's also slightly pulling out, but not enough where it starts to pull the stitching apart on the seams, even though it's double stitched and really it shouldn't do much damage. I think over time it may do, so just being a little bit safer for me, only being at the 22.5, so I'll get that pull to help the actual structure stay where it's meant to. Kookaburras. Okay, there's the main part of the tent put up. I didn't realise I'm on a slope going down, but it still looks half decent. Now, I haven't pulled out the side tie outs yet. That's one of the things I'm going to be testing, which I'll show. The guy lines. Now I'll walk you around and I'll show you what I've done to all them here. These are the reflective lines that come on the whole tent, or the guy lines, and I've swapped them for some, don't you want to call them coyote brown, but very similar colour to the actual tent itself. I have left on the glow in the dark line locks all the way around for now. It's just when I'm coming up to the tent at night, or anybody's got a torch, or the guy lines aren't going to be glowing as if it's Christmas decorations. I've left all the reflective ones on at the bottom, So all I need to do is point the torch down on my headlamp and I'll see them, and that's on all of them. And just, it looks so much better. Now the other thing I've done is, I'll show you one that's not in use. I made a small bungee loop, put a line lock on it, or cord lock, and all I need to do now is fairly tidy, wind the guy line up, put it through the bungee and tighten up the cord lock. Now I've got green on here, but I ran out of green, that's why I've got the black up there. Again, I've left the glow in the dark line lock on it. Now this tent or shelter, whatever you want to call it, has got the reflectives everywhere, like here on the top. So as long as you keep your eye open, I don't think you're going to lose yourself. And if I get out, go for a pee at night, I've normally got the headlamp on inside, or the lamp on inside, so I can see where I'm going back to. That's it. Even without pulling these out, we've got pretty nice taut, I think the word is. No actual creases. You can see the creases where the actual thing's been stuffed in the sack, but there's no creases from being pulled or any of the lines. Now I'll show you what I've also changed, going by what the other YouTube channel, I think something Grit, but like I said, I'll put his channel up earlier, and I've also put a link to it down in the description. And this is the pull-outs. I haven't done them from the inside, the outside yet, but what I'll do is I'll go and put the pull-outs in, and then I'll try something that another video showed me, which I thought was a pretty good idea. Now I've already put the mods on here to be able to do it, so it's just a matter of pulling it and hooking them over the pegs. Now you can see this is pulled back even further, but we've got sag here still, and there's been people done what they class as modifications where they put bungees in the seam just to pull it tight in the corners. But what I'm going to do now is going to do what I saw on the other channel, and hopefully this will pull up so it looks a lot better and it's not sagging too much on the corners here. You know what? It worked. There's no little bit of a tension on here. There's no sag. How cool is that? And like I said, I'm also on an uneven ground. Let's show you how we did this. This is normally clipped onto that point there, that hook. But what I've done is I've actually unhooked it from the fly, added some bungee, and taken it down to the actual same peg as the ground sheet, the bathtub and the fly, and that has actually pulled this nice and taut, not too tight. As you can see, we've got play in it still, it will still move. Like I was saying, on the inside that's still nice and taut. That's with the actual door open. Let's quickly close the bug net and see what difference it makes. Oh, there you go. It's nice and taut all the way around. This has been, because the bottom's been made a little bit tauter by pulling it out at a slight angle. This isn't as sagging. The bug net is just nice all the way around. Yep, that's worked. I think when I put the Four Season inner in, I'm going to do exactly the same. I'll have to put a bit of bungee on them. Now what I may do is the corners at the bottom here of the bathtub, I'm going to replace them with bungee also. So as I move, this will just put itself back into place when needed. Now I'm happy with that. Right, so all I did was take off the hook that goes on the top. I took off the actual fly loop at the bottom and just had the bungee straight to the peg. That saves sewing into the hems here, putting bungee in there. It saves having the pull-out poles which I use on the Lanshan 1 Pro. I can just set this up as normal, as it was intended, but just the difference, taking them hooks off the loops and adding that bungee, it's easy. Oh, and where the doors are attached to the ram's head, I'm going to replace them in bungee too. I've already got the bungee, I just didn't get around to it. So I hope you've enjoyed the video, and it showed you a simple 15-20 minute hack that's cut into lengths, making your bungees. And I've just had something crawl up my trouser leg by the feels of it. Yeah, it took about 15-20 minutes to cut the bungee to length, attach it to the top of the bathtub, tie loop the other end to go over the actual peg. Remember, right, it's about, mine, because I've got a thicker, heavier duty bungee cord, is about 43 centimeters in length. If you've got the lighter bungee cord and it's more stretchy, you might be able to make yours a little bit shorter, just so it does the same job as the stronger version. But yeah, I'm impressed with this. Not an upgrade, not a hack, just a different way of doing it. So like I said, I hope you've enjoyed the video, and if you have and you're not already a subscriber, put my teeth back in, please go down below and click on the subscribe button, click on the notification bell next to it and select all, so you can be notified of all future videos. Hit the thumbs up button, the like button, and if you are already a subscriber, again, I thank you very much.